Who are the top 5 point guards in the NBA for the 2024-2025 season? Now, what I'm about to say, right? What I want you guys to take into consideration that what I'm saying is I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and we're just going to assume that none of these players sustain no major injuries that's going to force them out for a substantial amount of time. None of these players get into no type of trouble or nothing. And I'm just basing it off their previous play in the NBA. Simple as that. And with that said, number five. Number five, I'm going to go with LaMelo Ball. Now, I get it. LaMelo has been hurt. He has been sitting out a lot. But we're not judging him on the time he didn't play. We're judging him on the time that he did play. So LaMelo Ball, that's my fifth. In my opinion, he is the fifth best point guard in the NBA. And let me tell you something, man. A lot of people that you think is going to hit my list is not going to hit my list because I am specifically talking about point guards. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about point guards. I'm not just talking about a guy that can score 26 points and give you 4 assists. I don't consider that a point guard. I consider that a scoring guard who handles the ball. So now, if we're talking about a point guard, I'm talking about someone who can take over a game, but also distributes the ball. Keep that in mind. So I put LaMelo Ball at number 5, who averages 23.9. That's almost 24 points a game and dished out 8 assists for a lowly team. You know, a team that we know was not that good. And people would like to use that against him and say, well, his team only won such and such amount of games, or they didn't go to the playoffs, or this or that, this and that, another. People like to use that against him. But I'm going to tell you guys this. Anytime you're playing on a bad team and you can still dish out 7, 8, 9, 10 assists, you're doing something good. Number 4. I'm going to go with Trae Young. He's another player who's put up good numbers on a bad team. And if Skip was here, he'll say stats don't matter. Well, what else can we go by, Skip? Your opinion? No, we got to go by the stats. Trae Young averaged 25.7 and dished out 10.8 assists a game last year. I'm going to say that again. This man averaged 25 points and dished out almost 11 assists a game. We're talking about point guards, ladies and gentlemen. How can he not be one of the best point guards in the league? Whether you like it or not. That shows us he fit my category, which is someone who can score offensively and can dish the ball out and get his teammates involved. So 10 for that. I'm going with Trae Young as my number 4 pick. Number 3, let's go with Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton averaged 20 points, 10.9 assists. Let's say that again. The man averaged 20 points and 10.9 assists. So the man averaged close to 11 assists a game. For a team that did make the playoffs, and no, the Indiana Pacers aren't no powerhouse. So that's 2 bad teams and 1 mediocre team. But still, I admire the fact that these guys are putting the ball in the hole and they dishing the ball out. Number 2, kind of controversial. Reason why it's kind of controversial, because this man is never playing. Is either he's on suspension or he's hurt. But once again, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we only judging the people for when they're there, not when they're not there. And number 2 is Ja Morant. He averaged 25 points, dished out 8 assists last year. And we all know that if a healthy John Morant is there this year, the Memphis Grizzlies are in the conversation. That's where they at. They're in the conversation. Not to win a championship. They're in the conversation. We know that they're in the conversation. We at least know that this team will make it to the playoffs. And if Skip was here, he'd be saying, that's not saying much. It is, Skip. Trust me, it is. And number one, the number one point guard in the league. And I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with this, but I'm sorry. It's Luka Doncic. Numbers don't lie. 33.9 points, along with 9.8 assists. 9.2 rebounds. The man was this close to averaging a triple-double last year. The man went to the NBA Finals. How do we not say he's the best point guard in the league? He somehow finds a way to get the ball to other players while averaging 33 points a game in points. That is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. That is amazing. And that is my top 5 point guards for the 2024-2025 NBA season.